Hi, so this is my this is my review of the Ultimates Volume 1. So this is by Deniz Camp and Juan Frigeri on the main story. So this book covers Ultimates 1 to 6 and Ultimate Universe, which is by Jonathan Hickman, and material from Free Comic Book Day 2024, Spider-Man Ultimate Universe. So the first part is the Ultimate Universe issue 1. So that's by Jonathan Hickman. I do not like Jonathan Hickman's writing. I know I'm in the minority here, but it just feels soulless. Am I the only one who feels like that? I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why he get. He's brilliant ideas, man. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. So the first part, I was like, oh, I just read through it because it's kind of like the setup. I think this is in all of the Ultimate number ones, which is a bit of a rip-off. And then it includes, for some reason, they put the Free Comic Book Day part in it. Which is this bit, and this is set after the main story arcs. It's like, why put it at the beginning, Marvel? Hello, I don't work as an editor, but surely it makes more sense to put this at the back. So this throws you straight into the action of a team that's already been assembled. The story's interesting enough, but fuck all clue what's going on, because obviously before it's set after the main story. So characters appear that don't appear until later on in the story, in the main story at 1 to 6. Now, I will say, I really, really enjoyed the story. Dennis Camp, I think, is a fantastic writer. It's got very much shades of old school Miracle Man by Alan Moore, not by the other writer who we won't name, because he's not a nice person. Um, and the art's good. It's solid enough for a Marvel comic, better than a lot of Marvel comics, which makes a refreshing change where you're not put off by the art. You don't let the art doesn't detract from the story. And the writing's solid, and I like how they introduce the characters. I especially love how they deal with Wasp and Ant-Man slash Giant Man. They've got very much a real person kind of sensibility about them. And again, like with Spider-Man, they get their powers when they open the orb, what uh, Iron Lad left for them. And yeah, that's really good. So I really enjoyed the first issue, but then, which is what they do with all of the Ultimate comics, I think. I'm not sure if they do it with Ultimate X-Men, I can't remember. It shifts. So next month becomes next month in the story. And I hate that. I really hate that. I was really especially when it's collected like this, I was really invested in the story with the first issue. And then, so a month's gone by, so stuff's happened. But we, as a reader, we don't see that stuff happening. Why not just do it normal? Why not just do it like normal comics do it, where next issue carries on naturally? I know it's a clever, oh, this is like real life kind of gimmick effect, but no. So things happen with the characters, but there's chunks missing because of this leap in time. I know it's meant to be, oh, this is make it feel like you're reading it as you're going along. No. And yeah, there's interesting things. I love how they write Captain America as well. I like they introduce She-Hulk in this issue, and it brings a very realistic um, look at how gamma radiation really could affect somebody, because it affects this whole island. This island is used like as a test site, so there's all these mutations across the wildlife, the animals, and the people who live there. And She-Hulk is part of that society. And there's this really interesting confrontation with this creature who turns out not to be as they appear. And again, the dialogue, and She-Hulk's a very interesting person. Really, really like how to do She-Hulk in here. I like the horror, almost like the science, almost like the Cronenberg's Fly horror elements in it. The Hulk is kind of like this Zen Hulk, but he hides violence behind this mask of peace. But again, it jumps, so it keeps on jumping each issue. So I feel like I'm racing to keep up with the story. So the fourth issue delves more into Doom, how he became Doom, and how the Maker helped make him the Doom, make him the Doom, make him Doom. And I think he's got a guest star in this because it does look different. No, I think I could be wrong, but yeah, but it's still very good. So Doom wears a mask for a reason, and issue 5 introduces Hawkeye, and again, leap in time. And Hawkeye's a really interesting character. I do like how he's not the Hawkeye that they're not the Hawkeye that they intended to be the Hawkeye. The original person who's obviously meant to be Clint Barton, he didn't pick up the the sphere to restore his memories, etc. So this other person picked you up instead. And it's a really interesting conversation with Captain America. Very natural dialogue. The action scene's brilliant, but again, it shifts in time, so a lot happens again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So the team's assembled. It doesn't tell you how some of these characters came to be. I just wish they'd allow the team to breathe. They don't, and it's not the writer; it's the whole concept behind the Ultimate. This is what they're doing with all the Ultimate line. It doesn't give the teams or the characters time to breathe. It doesn't give them time to develop. You just expect us to think, oh yeah, so this is happening, meant to fill in the gaps. That's not storytelling. It shouldn't be up to us as the reader to fill in the gaps. I'd like to have seen what happened. And it finishes on a really good cliffhanger. If you're not ready, I don't want to reveal what it is, but it was very much an oh my god moment. The back matter is really good. Got quite a lot of sketches and preliminary work. So as a whole, I'd say buy it. It's really good, but there's negatives as well. Like I said, it's the concept, the conceits that they have of doing this time jump a month, a month, a month, a month for each issue. It throws you out of the book. Maybe it works better in comic form. I don't know because of the gaps, but I think if I was reading it monthly, I'd feel like I'd missed an issue because of being a month gap. So that pulls you out of the story quite a bit. But the writing is extremely solid. The writing is fantastic. Very much got shades of Alan Moore to it. The artwork's solid. I don't normally say that about Marvel artists, but Guerrero's doing really good artwork, good storytelling. It's not over showy, but it's not basic either. And yeah, I would give it a 8 out of 10. Main reason it would get a 9 out of 10 if the story ran more coherently, if they got rid of that silly idea of jumping from month to month. Uh, that could put some people off, I should think. I will forgive it because, for one, I'm desperate to love a Marvel comic, and I am enjoying this comic a lot. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I would say go out and buy it. You won't be disappointed. You might get frustrated, but you won't be disappointed. Okay, so let's see if I can do this now. Okay, bye.